My name's Sundance DiGiovanni, and I am the Chief Brand Officer and co-founder of Major League Gaming. And Major League Gaming is the worldwide leader in competitive video gaming.
An amazing finish to an incredible year.
We run live tournaments all across the US and in Canada now, and tournaments online. Basically, we are the only worldwide established league for competitive gaming at a pro level. Ubi is a great publisher. They're obviously one of the biggest publishers on the planet, and we've had conversations with them for a number of years, specifically around Ghost Recon titles and Rainbow Six titles. And we finally just kind of lined things up and were able to click in order to get Rainbow involved in our pro circuit events, our live pro circuit events last year, which was huge for us because it's an expansion into, it's a AAA title. It's one of the biggest selling titles out there, obviously. And it's a title that Ubi is proud of, and for good reason, because it's got a rabid fan base. So we finally were able to listen to some of the folks in the community who were saying, please add it, and we got it onto the circuit. And it worked for us pretty well. We were really impressed with just the passion of the teams. I mean, it's a different game than our other games, which we like. It's very tactical, and we were rolling that out just to see how it was going to do, and it performed really well. So well, in fact, that it brought us to this relationship with Ubi, which is a little bit deeper than just running a game. Great idea came along that, hey, why don't we get involved in actually working on a level and have that level be derived from our live event setup. And it just seemed to all line up really well, and one thing led to another, and now we're in the game. So we went up to Montreal, we sat down, we got to talk with some of the marketing folks, we got to talk with some of the actual developers, take a look at some of the maps, and even a rough draft of a map of our event space, and it just kind of led to an ongoing dialogue with the designers and the art people in terms of, is this too many choke points? Are there enough access points to get into the core of this map, where all the action is going to happen, and really explaining what we look for in a map and what game types would work on that specific map. So I think we understand the process now a lot better, having seen it, and I think that the folks at Ubi understand our methodology and our approach and what goes into our game testing and our game settings and why we select the maps that we do. Multiplayer developers and designers, the more we talk with them, the more respect we find that they have for MLG, and the more they welcome the input. I mean, a AAA title costs millions of dollars and years to make, sometimes many years to make. So you want to get a good return on that, and one of the best ways to do that is to really listen to the audience. Publishers have a lot on their plate with just putting out a title, getting it done on time, getting everything built into it. So what we're able to do is come in and say, this is what we have seen in the past with communities. This is what makes a game sticky, meaning somebody will play it again and again and again. And to work with Ubi, we're able to share that information. We're able to say, try this with a level. Maybe that'll make it a little bit more balanced for competitive play. So whether or not you're a top-level pro gamer or you're a casual player, if you're into the FPS genre, there are certain things that can be built into a game which will attract that audience and keep that audience really engaged for a while. We've seen a lot, there's some AAA titles out there that you can talk about that are from 4 or 5 years ago that still get played for a reason. So if you take that knowledge, you break it down, you turn it into not really a secret sauce, but kind of a recipe for design on top of the already stellar gameplay that the Rainbow games have, you're going to come out with something which is a good experience for both those top-level players and those low folks. So that's the best of both worlds, and that's what you want. And what we think we've displayed is by developing with that top level in mind, you get everything else falls into place.
Hurry! They're headed to the monorail station.
It was a nice relationship to be able to see that take shape and to see where we landed compared to where we started, because there's a big difference in the final product, and it's because both sides came together, and the end result is pretty solid.